Okay guys, so it's been a while. Welcome back to Niall's Travels again. So yeah, first day here in Reykjavik. We've literally just checked into our hotel, and first day we're just going to take it handy, suss the city out a little bit, and see a few markets and that, hopefully Christmas markets obviously. And yeah, we're going to wrap up here. We're going to go out and explore. When I say we have someone joining us here now. That's if she wants to be seen on camera or not. So I'll show you her anyway. This is Nadine. Nadine's a bit, yeah, she's a bit camera shy, so it might take her a while to say hello, Nadine.
Hello.
Yeah, it might take her a while to come around. So yeah, we're just going to go out in the streets here and little explore, and then tomorrow we're going to do the road trip to Golden Circle. Our first stop in Reykjavik city was the famous church, Skirchka. The church is the biggest in Iceland and was constructed between the years 1945 and 1986. The church certainly did live up to the hype and was very beautiful, but we even went back to the next day for an overview of the whole city of Reykjavik. Finished off the evening in Reykjavik by getting some of the famous Icelandic hot dogs that cost €7 a piece, followed some rainbow roads and checked out some Christmas markets. The final stop of the evening was a sweet shop that caught our eye, and in the summer I definitely recommend for those who have a sweet tooth. Okay, so we just picked up our car here for Golden Circle. I just see Nadine sitting in here. Nadine doesn't really go on extreme travels like me to Syria and Colombia and all, but little does she know, just sitting in here, that she's going on a very extreme one with me driving in a foreign country. So yeah, let's hope it should be okay. Let's have a wee look at what we picked up here. So yeah, I have about 2 minutes and actually have got a ticket already, and I'll tell you why. Because we are parked facing against the traffic, so we've come to Iceland, park facing with the traffic. We didn't know that when we picked it up, but hopefully this is going to do the trick here. This, and yeah, so first stop is Carrot Crater, and yeah, we're going to hit the road. I think it's about a 2-hour drive from Reykjavik, so Nadine's going to do directions, I'm going to do the driving. The best thing about driving in the countryside in the morning is you get the sun rising while getting to see the amazing views that Iceland is so famous for.
Well, Niall, how are we finding the driving?
Hello, you're not scaring everybody with that zoomed in the right face, are you?
No.
It's okay now. I think the stress from Niall will go away for a few minutes. I get very stressed when I'm leaving the new city. If anything goes wrong, it kind of throws me all off, and you'll not hear too many words out of me. Nadine.
No.
Nadine's a bit angry with me. But it should get a bit better now. Small bit of road rage, you know, I'm used to my home comforts, but hopefully it will be okay. Nice views, springs down the distance, try to show that. Very, very exotic for the viewers.
If it'd focus.
I suppose I better tell them how much this car was.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this car was 210 for 2 days. Now that's with the insurance, and I hope it covers everything. I kind of trusted the man in the shop to do that. See, the car we wanted first was only 100 for 2 days. That was with Enterprise rent a car. However, Enterprise in Iceland, all over the world, only take credit card, not debit card. So we had last minute change to do a different place, which we'll put the name of it below in case you only have a debit card. And yeah, it delayed us by about an hour, but you know, we've only about 4 hours daylight, so let's hope we will make up the ground, and it should be okay, yeah. The drive from Reykjavik to Carrot Crater is roughly 1 hour, and is very comfortable for those who are nervous driving in a foreign country for the very first time.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine.
Yeah, so this is the first stop here, the crater. What's it called again? Geyser crater? Geyser crater. And, huh?
Carrot.
Oh, Carrot crater. Oh, Geyser, I think, is the next place we're going. Yeah, I don't know too much about this. Didn't read up too much on it, so yeah, I'm gonna have to get some facts and see it. Carrot crater is the result of an eruption over 3,000 years ago. It is approximately 55 meters deep and 170 meters wide.
It's gonna last. You got it all on tap. I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks. Listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast.
Yeah, so this is the crater there, a nice little first stop. It's short and simple. 20 minutes a day around there, walk around it, time you go walk down and around it. Nadine really enjoyed that, said it was magical. So yeah, our next place, I think saying is about an hour's drive away. That is Gullfoss Falls, and the good thing about that there is now there's hardly any tourists around really, so very quiet, not overcrowded like most tourist hotspots. So yeah, let's keep moving. So we're on the way to the Gullfoss waterfalls. However, we have seen the great geyser, as I'm saying that right, here beforehand, so obviously it makes sense to do this first. So let's see if this has to offer here. The whole area around the Great Geyser consisted of multiple hot springs with a whopping temperature of between 80 to 100 degrees Celsius. So after seeing Geyser, we then drove 20 minutes to see what I thought was the highlight of the trip. Yeah, this is by far the most impressive Gullfoss waterfall. You know, the first two were good, but in terms of something to just really jump out and hit you, nothing beats this so far. Pictures, all the shots do it justice there. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Very cold obviously here, so the phones, the cameras and all keep dying, so that just gives you an idea how cold it is here. We decided to split the Golden Circle up to 2 days due to only having 4 hours daylight. Alright, so we've actually done part 1 of the Golden Circle. The reason we're splitting it up, we're doing the Tingfeller National Park tomorrow, and we're splitting it up because we only have about 4 or 5 hours daylight, and we'd just be rushing it. You know, you'd only have about a half an hour daylight when you get there. So we said we'd stay in a hotel on the route, wake up early in the morning, and then have a full day of the national park by itself, so we can really enjoy it. And yeah, it's pretty more laid back when you do it like that. I'd recommend that at winter time. So this is something cool here at the guest house. We were supposed to actually stay in a truck hotel, and the pipes were frozen, so the people who own it just put us up at a nice little guest house right beside it. And we have a facility here that's actually quite cool, so I thought I'd show you this. So let's go in and take a little look. Nadine's just resting in the room. I just wanted to go in and see this. I get really giddy when I see lights of this, so yeah, this really excites me. I think it's in here, so it says we can use a way at this, which I think is quite good, especially if you have a couple of people with you. Yeah, in here, you know, we have basketballs, plenty of them. You can climb up that rope just over there. You have your goals. If you have a couple of people with you doing this Golden Circle, you know, you have your goals there. You can play a bit of five-a-side or 3-4 side, whichever you wish. And if you and the guys want to have a bit of wrestling, you can put these out in the middle of the floor and you can wrestle away in those. So there's good possibilities in the likes of that, you know. Yeah, you can go mad, a bit of WW Raw. But yeah, this is quite cool. And it's an open guest house, everything, you know, you share the same kitchen and all that. Again, it was supposed to be the truck hotel, but look, these things don't always work out. But I think this is very cool to have all to yourself. Somewhere that's only 60 quid a night in Iceland, it's quite good, you know. So yeah, we're going to wake up in the morning. I'll probably shoot a few hoops there or try to, and we'll go again for the national park. Okay, so it's the next morning here, same spot as we were last night, that little guest house, and we've woken up to this weather. So I have opened up the door this morning, and it was literally, the whole doorway was full of snow, so the car's literally shaking here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but yeah, we're going to drive around here and see is it safe to move off. We've only half an hour to drive, but it's the wind more than anything that's putting me off, you know, the car's rocking quite heavily. So yeah, we'll drive around here and see what the story is. Even the sports hall from last night, that whole door right up to the top is full of snow. That's just overnight, so again, some places it's not that depth the whole way through, it's just the wind really. So yeah, let's just assess the situation. Yeah, no, so we're back in the hotel room now, and we did try and go out, but couldn't even see the road, you know. I could have been driving down into a ditch, down into a river for all I knew. It was too dangerous, so just says that we'd come back in and wait it out a bit, and turns out that the road to Reykjavik is actually closed as well. So if that does open, we're going to skip the national park and just go straight back to Reykjavik, because, you know, we don't want to be tempted fate going up there and being stranded again in the middle of the night and having to spend the night in the middle of nowhere. We don't want to do that. So yeah, we'll just have to wait this out and see what happens. So I'll just show you what the weather's like. So yeah, it is it's pretty bad, alright. And then there's areas that the snow is just all blew in, and as you can see here, it's quite high. So it'd just be nice to get out of here at daylight, but we've only about 2 more hours, so we just have to see what the owner of this guest house says. So after waiting in the hostel for multiple hours and doing multiple checks of the road, we decided we'd wait to the next day to at least have a bit of daylight before we moved. Alright, so it's actually the next day and we're still stuck in this room, but thankfully the roads seem to be clearing up a little bit. We used the app to see what the roads into Reykjavik are like, and there is a way to get there, down to Selfoss and to Reykjavik. Well, we hope. There's a couple staying in this place as well, and they're going to let us follow them. So they have a bit of a bigger set of wheels than us, so hopefully that would be a big help to us driving behind them. But let's just hope, you know, the weather is still quite bad out there, you know. But we're going to have to get out of here because we've ran out of food. Even though yesterday Nadine here was telling me to just plough on through.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, she was.
Was no.
Yeah, she was telling me just to go through, be rootless. Couldn't even see the road, could have ended up in a ditch. But yeah, let's hopefully we'll get out of here now and get to Reykjavik and continue our trip. Yes, we're driving now about 10 minutes and no problems so far. We're just a little bit nervous whenever we're driving next to like water and that, but at least you got good views. That's something. Whatever about your life, as long as you got good views, you know, show them out in the distance there and then. Yeah, so once you've that, you can take that risk, you know. No, I'm only joking. No, don't. No, we had to make a move. We couldn't stay there another day, you know. Completely out of water and food. So yeah, we just have to bite the bullet and go with it. And the fact that the World Cup finals at about 4 hours too, you know, what I'm like with my football, if you know me, had to make a move, you know. The journey back to Reykjavik took roughly 2 hours and was well worth it when we were sat in front of a television watching the World Cup final with a lovely plate of ribs. Yeah, so we're just on the way to the Sky Lagoon now, so after the day we've had, plus watching Argentina win the World Cup, I think we're well overdue a nice bit of relaxation now. I could only take the GoPro into the Sky Lagoon, which is no good whenever it's dark. However, the water in the Sky Lagoon is between 35 and 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is the cold bit. This is after we've done the sauna. We didn't want to film in there. Yeah, very, very cold. You can see a big block of ice on the floor. Don't know, you probably can't see it too well, but yeah. As part of the 7-step ritual at the Sky Lagoon, you've got a chance to relax inside the sauna, which I could not film in, and a steam room. So I've literally got icicles in my head. That's not gel. Okay, so it's actually the next day now here in our hotel room, and we just got word that Volcano and Blue Lagoon combined tour is actually called off because the bus isn't driving in this weather. Not that the weather seems to be improving a little bit, but maybe outside the city it might be bad, so yeah, that's another thing called off. Trip's a bit of a disaster, not gonna lie, so I suppose it's good just to show this if you're coming here in the winter. Yeah, don't get your hopes up for doing too much. You'll probably just be based around the city Reykjavik. But yeah, it's good to show this side. The travel isn't all sunshine and rainbows. There is difficult periods of it, so yeah, again, maybe come here in the summertime would have the 24 hours daylight now, and your experience here should be a lot better. From what we have seen though, the country is quite beautiful, so you never know, maybe down the line might come back and, you know, finish off all the things that I've missed. And yeah, I suppose we're just going to kind of walk around Reykjavik. No point showing that really, just stroll around random streets, not too interesting. So
going ice skating.
Ice skating, we're going ice skating now, so that'll be fun. Well, she thinks it's going to be fun.
It is.
Yeah, so we're going to try that now, and there's some big travels coming up now in the new year, so stay tuned for that. And as always, thank you for watching.